our culture is competitive, man.
Right.
It is, but I think when it goes past the music itself to blocking things in business, then I don't understand that. Like right now, he's not even competing for a slot. You don't have a new song out that he want to be on the top 10 or top 5,
Right.
and you still competing. It don't make sense.
Accusations are flying like never before. And the power couple at the center of it all? Jay-Z and Beyoncé.
First of all, that vote is fake as f. That's not a real vote. That's not a real vote. They give it to who they want to give it to. They give it to their darling.
People are calling out their alleged behind-the-scenes moves, from stealing from black creatives to buying awards and wiping out anyone who dares to stand in their way. The drama's heating up, and it looks like the industry spotlight just took a sharp turn. 50 Cent ain't holding back either. He's claiming that Jay-Z is still out here pulling strings in the dark, trying to mess with his business plays. Sabotage? That's what he's saying. And let's not forget Eminem. He's been warning fans for years about the shady way the music biz really works. Now the tension between him and Jay-Z is exploding again, especially after M dropped some cryptic bars hinting at powerful folks secretly running the whole game from the shadows. Beyoncé's name is getting dragged into the mess, too. People are now accusing her of snatching songwriting credits and allegedly shutting doors on other women in the game, with big names being mentioned like Aaliyah, Mary J. Blige, Mia, and Carrie Hilson. These claims got fans and insiders seriously questioning what's really going on behind the scenes. And trust us, it's not looking good. Hit that subscribe button on JuicyReel for the rawest, realest updates you won't find anywhere else. Jay-Z and Beyoncé's tight connection to Diddy is under fire again, and it's getting messier by the day. While Jay might have managed to dodge direct involvement in the recent Jane Doe lawsuit, the heat isn't off. The alleged victim is now hinting that she was pressured to take back her story, and get this, after some shady characters supposedly showed up right at her door. Creepy, right? Now, with accusations piling up from every direction, one question is shaking the whole industry. Are Jay-Z and Beyoncé truly untouchable? Or is the truth finally catching up to them? It's starting to look like 50 Cent and Eminem know way more than they've let on. And the whispers about Jay and Bey's alleged secret moves behind the scenes are turning into straight-up conversations. People are now wondering, have these two silently destroyed careers? Or worse? For years, the power couple was worshipped like royalty, untouchable, flawless, unstoppable. Anyone who dared to question them was instantly shut down as a jealous hater. No debate. No chance to speak. But now, that perfect image is cracking in real time. And the ones leading the charge? Yep, 50 Cent and Eminem. Let's start with 50. He's not pulling any punches. Again. This time he's going straight for the jugular, saying Jay-Z is still insecure, jealous, and petty despite all the fame and fortune. The shade is real, and it's only getting deeper. Subscribe to JuicyReel to keep up with every savage twist and bombshell drop. 50 Cent isn't just throwing shade. He's naming names and pointing to real events. Back in 2023, he dropped a major bomb. Jay-Z allegedly tried to block him from performing at the Super Bowl by using his quiet influence inside the NFL. But the plot backfired, because Eminem straight up told the organizers he wouldn't perform unless 50 was part of the lineup. That move exposed some serious tension behind the scenes. And just recently, 50 sat down with Cameron on It Is What It Is and didn't hold back one bit. He doubled down on everything, once again calling Jay-Z out for playing dirty, not just in the music game, but in business too. He's saying Jay moves slick in the shadows, making power plays most folks never even see. But the part that really got fans talking? 50 said Jay-Z still acts spiteful, even after all his success. According to him, Jay's been trying to sabotage his deals, for no real reason other than bitterness. That's wild, especially coming from someone with Jay-Z's legacy. People are side-eyeing the timing of these allegations too. Something's definitely up, and the industry knows it. Now, all eyes are locked in to see if more proof is gonna drop. Receipts might be coming, and they could be game-changing. And get this, 50 Cent and Eminem are now tag-teaming to expose what they claim is the Carter family's grip on the Grammy Awards. 50 even said that Jay-Z uses his marriage to Beyoncé as a power play to pull in major wins and dominate the awards scene. That's a huge claim. The whispers about backdoor deals? They're turning into full-on chatter. This spotlight has never been hotter. And the truth might finally be kicking down the door. Stay locked in and subscribe to JuicyReel. You do not want to miss what's coming next. Eminem's been calling out the Grammys for years, slamming them as corrupt, rigged, and all about power and money instead of real talent. And now, things are getting even messier. This year, Beyoncé finally snatched Album of the Year for Cowboy Carter, but not everyone's buying that it was an honest win. People are side-eyeing the whole situation, especially since Jay-Z was very vocal last year about the Grammys snubbing Beyoncé. Remember that moment? Jay-Z walked up on stage, accepted an award, and then blasted the Recording Academy for ignoring his wife. But here's the thing. If he really thought the whole system was broken, why even show up? Why stand on that stage at all? Fans caught that contradiction quick. And it didn't sit right. The speech felt more like a power move than a protest. It left people wondering, is it all just part of the game? Rumors have been floating around for years that the Carters have been pulling serious strings behind the scenes. And now, those whispers are turning into louder conversations. Insiders are hinting at everything from backdoor deals to flat-out vote rigging, even blackmail's being mentioned. Now that 50 Cent and Eminem are speaking out, the talk's hitting a whole new level. These aren't random haters, they're industry vets with receipts and reach. Eminem's not playing nice. He's flat out called the Grammys a scam and said he wants nothing to do with that show. At one point, he even vowed never to step foot there again. Subscribe to JuicyReel for the rawest breakdowns, cause this drama is far from over. The belief is spreading fast. Real talents being drowned out by politics, power plays, and favoritism. As this storm keeps growing, fans and insiders alike are asking the big question, how deep does this go? Eminem's not mad about losing, as long as the winner actually deserves it. But what's got him fired up is how the Grammys keep playing with his name. He says they use him to boost hype and reel in viewers, then turn around and snub him every time. He's not crying over trophies. He's mad about being treated like a prop in a rigged show. He's made it clear. He doesn't trust the Grammys. Not one bit. In his eyes, the whole thing's a setup from the jump. And when asked if joining the voting committee might change anything, his answer was cold and clear. It wouldn't matter. The system's rigged, and those votes, they mean nothing. Meanwhile, 50 Cent is bringing just as much smoke. He's not just saying the Grammys are biased. He's straight up calling out Jay-Z, claiming his wins are more about his marriage than his music. According to 50, it's all about ratings. The Recording Academy knows when Jay-Z and Beyoncé show up, cameras roll and numbers jump. So, they keep handing them nominations and trophies, just to keep them in the spotlight. And 50 didn't stop there, not even close. He's turning up the heat, hinting at even deeper manipulation going on behind the curtain. Tap subscribe on JuicyReel now. This saga's far from over, and the next twist might just blow everything wide open. On a recent episode of the Flagrant podcast, 50 Cent didn't hold back. Again. This time, he went straight for the core of Jay-Z's legacy, saying his career wouldn't shine nearly as bright without Beyoncé by his side, and he took it even further, suggesting their marriage might not even be about love, but more like a business contract, designed to lock in their power and keep their careers protected at the top. Those are some bold claims, and the reaction? Loud. With two heavyweights like 50 and Eminem stepping forward, people are seriously starting to question, is the industry's biggest night really about talent anymore? Or just cold business moves? But it's not just 50 Cent throwing shots. Plenty of insiders are saying Jay-Z and Beyoncé have been working behind the curtain for years, not just to rise to the top, but to keep others down. The claim? That they've purposely slowed the rise of other talented artists to make sure no one else gets close enough to threaten their spotlight. And one name that keeps coming up is Uncle Ron, Beyoncé's former bodyguard. Before his recent passing from pneumonia, Uncle Ron went public with shocking statements. He said he had evidence that the Carters weren't just playing the game, they were rigging it. According to him, they allegedly manipulated careers, ruined opportunities, and left a trail of damaged lives in the industry. Another voice adding fuel to the fire is Jaguar Wright, once a background singer for Jay-Z and now one of his most fearless critics. She's been spilling for years, and people are finally starting to listen. This story's not slowing down, so hit that subscribe on JuicyReel and stay tapped in as the secrets keep spilling. Jaguar Wright isn't staying quiet. She's throwing serious allegations at Jay-Z, claiming that several people once close to him, including Harlem hip-hop legend Big L, either mysteriously lost their lives or had their careers crushed. All so Jay could rise through the ranks untouched. Let's rewind and talk about Big L for a sec. Back in the early 90s, he was Harlem's underground prince, slicing through freestyles with crazy lyrical talent. He had just signed with Columbia Records and made waves with his debut. But when he split from the label, he took control and started his own imprint. And that caught the attention of Rockefeller co-founder Dame Dash. Just when it looked like Big L was about to take over, boom, tragedy hit. On February 15, 1999, Big L was shot dead in a drive-by right in Harlem. To this day, no one's been convicted. The case is still sitting cold. Jaguar Wright has gone on record multiple times saying she believes Jay-Z may have had some kind of knowledge or even possible involvement in what went down, although no public evidence has ever confirmed it. Still, the timing, the silence, the sudden loss of such a rising star, it keeps people asking questions. And now, with critics like Jaguar speaking louder than ever, the pressure is mounting. Whether these are just whispers or something more, the story of Jay-Z's climb is getting more controversial by the day. And then there's that infamous line, "See how good I keep secrets, Sean?" A lyric that's got fans doing double takes, especially as the spotlight shifts toward another name. DMX. Another giant in the game. And just like 50 Cent, DMX wasn't scared to call out Jay-Z, accusing him of jealousy, power games, and shady moves behind the curtain. Want to see where this rabbit hole leads next? Hit that subscribe on JuicyReel. The next twist could change everything. DMX never bit his tongue, and things got real tense when Jay-Z took over Def Jam in 2004. At that time, DMX had already pulled off 5 straight #1 hits, 1 albums from 98 to 03, a record-breaking run that most rappers could only dream of. But when it came to his 6th album, Year of the Dog, again, X said Jay-Z purposely held it back. Why? According to DMX, Jay was clearing the lane for his own comeback, shifting all the spotlight back onto himself. And that's just scratching the surface. In 2005, DMX dropped a blistering track called The Industry, a no-holds-barred takedown of the dirty secrets behind the music biz. And what's wild, a lot of the shady stuff he rapped about back then is still happening nearly 20 years later. But wait, there's more tea. The late Irv Gotti once revealed that Jay-Z was deeply jealous of DMX's rise. Irv claimed that Jay and his longtime industry ally, Lyor Cohen, would clown DMX behind closed doors, saying stuff like, "He'll never make it, he won't last, and he ain't built for this." Well, fast forward, and those words didn't age well, and DMX wasn't the only one feeling the heat. Beanie Siegel, once one of Rockefeller's most promising voices, said he noticed some strange patterns too. According to Beanie, Jay would intentionally drop his own projects around the same time Beanie was set to release, undercutting his buzz, his sales, and his spotlight. Beanie's admitted his legal troubles played a part in his career slowing down, but he still made one thing clear. He believes Jay's timing was calculated and those moves were anything but random. The pattern's becoming hard to ignore. Want to stay ahead of the next chapter? Smash that subscribe button on JuicyReel. We're not done yet. The deeper you dig into these stories, the more it starts to look calculated. A pattern's forming, one where Jay-Z is allegedly playing gatekeeper, deciding who gets to shine and who gets left in the dark. And with more artists stepping forward, the picture is getting harder to deny. Take Kellis, for example. She didn't even know Beyoncé had sampled her track until fans called it out online. That's right, she found out the same way the public did. Imagine hearing your own work being used, and nobody gave you a heads up? Kellis jumped on social media, calling the move mind-blowing and deeply disrespectful. In her words, "I heard about this the same way everyone else did." Then she hit even harder, saying, "Some people in this business have no soul or integrity, and they have everyone fooled." But she didn't stop there. Kellis later opened up more on Instagram, explaining why this hit so personally. She pointed out how rare it is to see two Black female artists thrive in this cutthroat industry. She said they had met before, shared mutual friends, and that this wasn't just about business. This was about basic respect. Her message was clear. It's not that hard to contact me, it's just common decency. So, how did Beyoncé respond to the backlash? She didn't. No apology, no statement. She quietly removed the milkshake sample from the track and left the situation completely unaddressed. No explanation, no accountability. And just like that, another layer was added to the growing criticism of how Beyoncé, and by extension Jay-Z, allegedly move behind the scenes. Want more untold stories the mainstream won't touch? Hit that subscribe on JuicyReel, cause the curtain's getting pulled back. Then there's Mia, another artist who allegedly faced serious backlash after shutting down Jay-Z's advances. She once spoke out about how people in power often twist their position, creating unsafe and toxic environments for younger artists just trying to survive in the game. According to her, many new artists don't even realize what they're sacrificing until it's too late, all in the name of success. When asked how she stayed clear of all that, Mia kept it real. She said she stood her ground, said no, and walked away. But the fallout? Very real. She hinted that saying no to certain powerful people might have cost her big opportunities. And worse, that her name got dragged through the mud quietly by folks working behind the curtain. And this isn't just some one-off story. It fits into a growing pattern. A pattern of gatekeeping, silent retaliation, and secret power moves that allegedly control who gets to rise and who gets iced out. More and more voices are speaking up, and the silence from the industry? It's getting louder by the minute. A wave of artists now believe Jay-Z and Beyoncé may have played a part in blocking careers from behind the scenes, and they're starting to name names. From 50 Cent and Eminem to Mia, Kellis, Jaguar Wright, and even Big L's legacy. It's all painting a much darker picture than what the public usually sees. And let's be real, what we've covered. This is just scratching the surface. So, what do you think? Are the Carters really pulling strings in the shadows? Could there be even more artists out there who've been quietly blackballed? Drop your thoughts and hit subscribe to JuicyReel for the full story the industry doesn't want out.